Everybody knows that the Pacific Northwest has some of the best scenery in the world. And even if you're just on the highway, the views are some of the most incredible that you'll see from a car ever, which means it's great to take a road trip through the Pacific Northwest. And today we're going to talk about some of the best pit stops on the way from Seattle to Portland along I-5. So if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned. Welcome back to Living in the Pacific Northwest with Hal Byrd. I'm Hal Byrd. I'm a licensed realtor in both Oregon and Washington, and I specialize in luxury and helping people relocate to or within the Portland Metro and Vancouver, Washington areas. So if you are looking to buy, sell, or invest in the Pacific Northwest, make sure to shoot me a text at 360-818-4438. Now, today we are talking about an article that came out in Seattle Met Magazine, which is the best pit stops on I-5 from Seattle to Portland. And we thought this would be a kind of cool video to talk about because I actually just had a Zoom with a family who is considering relocating from Los Angeles up to the Pacific Northwest, and they've been all over Washington. Most recently, they spent a month in Seattle, and they use that as their home base because they have family there to make multiple road trips to explore where they might want to live in Washington, which is how they came across Vancouver and thereby my channel. And now I'm going to help them find a house here. So very excited about that, which is sort of the process of how it's worked with our hundreds of clients that have come through this YouTube channel. So thank you for being here, subscribing, liking this video, and of course, reaching out. My team and I love working with all of you, whether you're making a big move cross country, Florida to the Northwest, or you're just moving from one side of the river to the other, or down from Seattle to Clark County. We just love helping people relocate. That's definitely our jam. Another reason why this video is so timely is because we just had In-N-Out open in Ridgefield. And when we first saw this article, we're like, oh, this would be a cool article to do a video about. And then we're like, they probably don't have Ridgefield on here with our brand new In-N-Out open. And what do you know, but we made it to the article. So let's jump in. We'll start north and we'll make our way south to our neck of the woods. Let's go. The stretch of Interstate 5 between Seattle and Portland is lined with landmarks. There's weird sculptures in Toldeo, a roadside minion figure in a field near Maytown, and of course the Uncle Sam sign now under new ownership. Everybody knows the Uncle Sam sign if you've driven up and down I-5. But on the 174-mile drive from one city to the other, where do you stop? We gathered the best parks, quick bites, and sites to use for a quick breather, all incredibly close to a freeway exit. So the first up is they have exit 149 Grandview Off-Leash Dog Park, saying that it's only a few minutes outside of Seattle, but any dog that's about to undergo a long ride or one that has patiently endured it with only a whimper or two deserves to get their wiggles out. Grandview has 34 acres spread over a hillside with walking trails and a killer view of Mount Rainier, making it perfect for a good photo backdrop. Now, we haven't personally been here because we are without a dog for the time. Let's see if we commit. I'm really impressed that this dog park has over 1,500 Google reviews with 4.8 stars. So that alone, crowd tested and very, very good reviews. So off of exit 149, this is just south of the city of Seattle, just south of SeaTac Airport, really, really close to I-5. This is not a stop that I'd recommend for food. There aren't a lot of food places close by, but it is great if you have a dog and you want to get them off leash and run around and look at the view and have everyone stretch their legs. The second stop recommended is exit 102 in the Tumwater Craft District. Though it sits on the edge of the large, old, and empty Olympia Brewery campus, the Craft District still has a sheen of new construction. The skinny main building evokes a farmer's market, but it's actually a collection of restaurants and boutique shops, plus a seafood market and several beer and spirits makers. So here we have the street view. You can see there's some food carts. So within the Craft District, you've got multiple places to eat, from Thai to French to American food, and it's right along the Deschutes River Don't really recommend it from a walking standpoint just because there is a road here, but there are some trails nearby if you needed to let your dog out to roam around. And so this is a cool place. We haven't been here. We've been to Tumwater many a times. We've been to Pellegrino's up the road. So I think next time we're in Tumwater, we're definitely going to check this out. Now we are down about an hour and 20 minutes south of Seattle at exit 88, where Talking Cedar is located. It was a very difficult fight for the Chehalis reservation to be able to open a distillery because they had to fight a 19th century law to be able to do so. But now they have a distillery and brewery plus a restaurant. Very beautiful building. They've got outdoor dining. Food looks really good. So if at this point you are hungry, this would be a great place to stop. Now moving just 15 minutes south to exit 76, we have Penny Playground in Chehalis. This one is definitely a stop for the kiddos with extensive playgrounds. This is like the playground of kids' dreams. So great place to stop if you have little ones and you need to keep them entertained and hopefully maybe take a nap after. This would be a great place to stop. Now, just a few blocks up from Penny Park, so a short walk, you can go to Taqueria, Juquilita, which is a Mexican restaurant that has over 500 reviews, earning it 4.6 stars. The food looks amazing. If you are coming from California, where I grew up, I do want you to temper your expectations to Northwest Mexican food. It is different, good, but just different, not the same. So I think if, that's where you come from and you grew up on it, if you're one of the Californians taking West Coast road trips up here, keep that in mind. But I think that you guys will be safe here at Taqueria Juquilita. 20 minutes down the road, you can find Mrs. Beesley's Burgers. This restaurant has over 1,400 reviews, earning it 4.3 stars. Reviewers have said that the restrooms are very clean. It's a very convenient stop. A lot of people love their burgers. Now, I will say that this is probably not a stop you'll find Jared or myself at, because going from Seattle to Portland or vice versa is about 3 hours. You can do it in less if there's no traffic. And so a lot of times if we're stopping, it's just because we need gas or, we didn't have a chance to eat, on the way out or something like that. So this isn't a place that we would probably stop. Also, I don't like crinkle fries, so I don't know if we would find ourselves here, but there's a gas station, there's other food options, there's an Awaken Espresso on the other side of I-5 from here. So if you are looking to try out new places, maybe add this to the list, let me know in the comments. Would you guys stop here? And if you've been here, what did you think? The reviews look pretty good, but I'm on the fence about crinkle fries. We are now 2 hours, 15 minutes south of Seattle in Kalama, Washington. And this next stop is the Mountain Timber Market. This is Kalama's waterfront development. So if you have been watching the channel for a while and you've heard me talk about within Clark County and parts of Cowlitz County, some of the waterfront development that's happening between the Kaminista-Schuylkill the Vancouver waterfront, the Ridgefield waterfront, and Kalama, this is it. Of the waterfront areas that are trailing Vancouver, Kalama is the most completed. It has the most to offer right now. So if you live in what locals call North County or the north part of Clark County, and you might not want to go all the way down to the waterfront, or you're road tripping through, this is a great stop. This is one that has been on mine and Jared's list for a while, and we're constantly going down to the Vancouver waterfront. So I think we need to make a concerted effort to go check out the Mountain Timber Market. I mean, just from the photos, it looks amazing. It's sleek, it's sexy, it's right on the water. There is a park here, so great for dogs and kids. And there's also a McMenamins Kalama Harbor Lodge. So if you're into the McMenamins lore of the Portland area in the Northwest, then this would be one to check out. So this is definitely worth the stop. We're not even going to use this as a pit stop. We are going to use this as a final destination and go check it out. So if you want us to film that video, let me know in the comments. We love sharing things with you, but sometimes we just go out and explore for ourselves. But let me know if you want to see that video. Next up at exit 21 is Hulda Klager Lilac Gardens. Now, the article says, at some point, every driver and passenger on I-5 has wondered who the heck is Hulda Klager and why her gardens get such a big billing on the freeway signs. I have to be honest, neither myself nor Jared have ever noticed that sign. So either we're clueless. Maybe I'm on the phone talking to clients. I don't know what it is, but I've never seen that sign. I do know that that section of Woodland, the west side of Woodland, is a very big farming area. There's Lilac Gardens, obviously hers. There's tulips. There's lots of flower farms and other farms that are growing and producing. And you have some pretty convenient stops there. There's a Safeway, Carl's Jr., there's a Burgerville, although I'd recommend saving your burger appetite for 2 stops south. But it says that she was a German-born farm wife who bred such spectacular hybrid lilacs that Woodland became known for the flower. Now, her 1880s farmhouse and surrounding acres is open to plant shoppers and history buffs. Lilac Days is in spring, but it's a serene detour any time of year. And you can see that Lilac Days 2026, which will be the next upcoming date, is from April 18th through Mother's Day on May 10th. Each year in the spring, the Lilac Garden hosts Lilac Days to celebrate the beauty of lilacs in bloom. Visitors from around the world stroll through the gardens and buy their favorite lilacs. Entry in 2025 was $10 for adults, and children under 12 were free when accompanied by an adult. So a beautiful place to stop, something unique, not your run-of-the-mill McDonald's run or Chevron stop or whatever. Next up, we are 2 hours, 25 minutes south of Seattle in Ridgefield at Paradise Point State Park. The Washington Park System has some breathtaking gems and wilderness holdings, and it has this park located under I-5 bridges, but its sandy beach on the East Fork Lewis River takes only a few moments to reach and offers some stunning Mount Adams and Mount St. Helens views near the off-ramp. And Seattle Met labeled this as a good place to let a dog or kids get their feet wet on a hot day. So I can't imagine it being more convenient since it's literally not off of I-5, but under I-5. Now, if you've got some time to kill and go 2 exits south from exit 16, you'll be at 14 or the Pioneer Street exit in Ridgefield, which is where In-N-Out is located. Great place to stop for gas now that Costco is open as well. And if you have some time and you've never tried In-N-Out, maybe you are a lifelong Seattleite road tripping south, this would be a great place to stop. I will say that you have to get the animal fries. A lot of people knock In-N-Out. They say they don't like their fries. Animal fries are the way to go. Or, as one of my clients said, if you get plain fries, eat them first. A lot of the hype around In-N-Out too is that it is fresh food, fresh burgers, not frozen, and what you're getting for the value, for the money, is incredible. So we found that key times to stop are sort of off-peak hours, not surprising. So right before lunch time, like right before noon, in that 10:30, 11 window is great. Also, the lull in between lunch and dinner, so like late afternoon, is another great time to stop. We have walked right in twice now since we went to the opening. If you want to check out our video about the In-N-Out opening, you can check it out here. But we've been twice since, and we've encountered no lines. The last time we walked in, there was one person in line in front of us, and it took us 20 minutes from parking to getting back in our car to get takeout. And now we are at the last stop, exit 1C in downtown Vancouver, a full 2 hours and 35 minutes south of Seattle. You are now in downtown Vancouver, which is one of my favorite parts of Clark County. I think it's such a gem. It's to me, the perfect size for a suburban downtown. And the Seattle Met wants you to know about a restaurant called Dediko. Now, Dediko is a Georgian restaurant. It is consistently ranked one of the best restaurants in Clark County in Vancouver, and the Seattle Met magazine actually placed it as one of the best restaurants in the whole state of Washington. This has been on our list for a while, and it is Georgian food. So if you're looking for some sort of cultural food that you can't get at just any old rest stop or pit stop, this would be a great place. This restaurant could stand on its own in Portland and compete against some of the best restaurants there. I think that this is a really special thing that we have in Vancouver. I often share this restaurant. If you have visited and done an exploratory trip here and reached out to me in advance, I have an email that I send out to our potential clients about suggestions of places to go, things to do, things to eat, both in Vancouver primarily, but also in Portland. So if you want that, it also has our driving tour in there so that you can take are driving tour yourself, make sure to reach out. We'd be happy to share that with you. We also love to meet people when they're on their exploratory trips. Our philosophy in our team is that if you take the time and expense to come up here and visit, then we will make every effort that we can to meet you while you're here. So if you'd like to get together, have a coffee or a glass of wine, or most recently, I met a couple who's a very active 3-year-old. They were concerned about him being in certain places, and we met at the library, which was really, really great. So if you are looking to meet up while you're in town, let me know. Dediko has over 750 reviews with a 4.7 star rating. There are tons of options here, from the waterfront to other amazing restaurants in downtown Vancouver, going from uptown, downtown, all the way down to the waterfront. This is our home turf, and we love Vancouver and love that it's the last stop before you hit Portland. So I want to thank you for joining us, covering the best pit stops between Seattle and Portland along I-5. If you want any more videos like this where we cover different articles, or if you want to know what I think are the best freeway exits and amenities that are in the Clark County area, please let me know in the comments. We love hearing your input about what would be useful and helpful for you guys to see from us. And don't forget, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in the Pacific Northwest, make sure to shoot us a text at 360-818-4438. We're here for all of your real estate and relocation needs. Until next time, ciao.